Hey, everybody, welcome to Freedom Fridays. We're doing as we do every single Friday. We're coming together as a community of Black women who are looking to create more rest and fun in our lives because we know we don't have a problem getting ish done. Instead, we have more of a problem making time to have rest, to make time for fun, to prioritize ourselves. And this is an intentional practice to help us change that. So, what we do every single Freedom Friday is that we come together, we celebrate our wins from the week, we add to our list of rest and fun activities that we want to do so that anytime we really have time to rest, we do more than just sitting on the couch. Then we actually plan and schedule some rest and fun in our calendar throughout the next week. And then once we do that, we wind down for the weekend because when we take time to wind down on Friday rather than winding down on Sunday, then we give our mind the chance to actually rest and see that, you know, I don't have to think about work all the time. So that's what we do every Friday here. I want to welcome you if you are new here. Hey, I am Rashadat, your dream strategist. And I'm passionate about helping us as Black women quit being a strong Black woman so that we can create the soft life that we want. So that's what I do. This is why I do this because that was my main dream, and it wasn't that easy to figure it out, especially as someone who was used to doing all the time. But now that I've figured it out, I want to bring other Black women into that too. So I also talk about travel, fun, um, hobbies, good food, and most importantly, practical tips for us to shift our life from being this person that feels like we have to work, 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 have to be on all the time, to actually becoming this woman where we can settle into our soft life, into our femininity, and really prioritize us and enjoy our life. So that's what I'm here to do. And I'm excited for you to be here too. So if you're here, make sure you take a second and say hello in the chat. I would love to shout out to you. I would love to say hello to you because this is about being a community. I'm excited to have conversation with you. I'm excited to connect with you. So yes, take a second to say hello in the chat, just like you do when you come into somebody's house, okay? And I just said hello to you as well. Oh, yay. Good morning, Stephanie. Welcome from Vegas. I saw you did your walk this morning and you said it looks different than it did before. Is it warm there? Because listen, I need to be anywhere where it's warm. So yes, I hope. And also congratulations on speaking there. I would love to hear how it went. So that's amazing. So, you guys, if you haven't yet downloaded the worksheet, we have a Freedom Fridays worksheet, and that's going to help you set up your co-planning. And then you want to make sure you're on my email list because I am going to start doing the rest and fun. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, the rest and fun list. I'm going to do that separately so that we can continue adding to that as we do as a community. We keep adding resting activities. So like when I was in Denver, I did earthing at the Botanical Gardens. It was great, y'all. Like connecting back to taking off my shoes. Now I didn't do this outside. I did this part inside the exhibit, but I took off my shoes and there was this exhibit where it was like created out of yarn to feel like the earth and it was different. I have to show you the video. It was really amazing. So I pulled one of my rest and fun activities from the different things that we've talked about and I used it. That's what this is for. So I'm gonna create a separate worksheet for that too. Oh, Stephanie, you said no, 49 degrees in the morning. Oh girl, no, that's not warm. That's borderline freezing as far as I'm concerned. So I hope that it gets a little warmer during the day since you're out in Vegas and that desert temperature will change from morning to afternoon and then back to evening again. So that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so the first thing we're doing today, we're celebrating our wins from the week. So share your wins from the week in the chat. I would love to hear what you're celebrating, and I would love to celebrate with you because I think we're not always great at pausing to do that, but it's so It's so great for the heart when we do it. It's so encouraging. So I love to have us pause and do that. So I'm gonna, while you're putting yours in the chat, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna pull three that I'm celebrating from this week. Let me see. Um, Number one thing that I'm celebrating from this week. This is, I know this is weird, but I like to go back and look at my calendar because it helps remind me what the heck happened this week. So much. My weeks are so packed full that sometimes I need to reset. Okay, I know. One yesterday, I had a mentorship conversation here in Charlotte, and she's based here in Charlotte, and she gave me some really great connections. While I love building my business online, I know that there's something beautiful about connecting in person, and I haven't figured out how to do that with a broader community. And so I'm starting with like really connecting to more people here locally in Charlotte. Or I don't want to say I'm starting with. I'm prioritizing spending more time to connect with people here in Charlotte, and that mentorship conversation that I did yesterday was huge for that. So I'm really excited about that. And she's on the board for a grant, a $50,000 grant. And she was like, girl, I'm on the board. I'm a part of the people who are going to be helping pick the people who get this grant. So I want you to apply. And I was like, say less. You don't have to tell me twice. So that's my second win that I'm going to be applying for this grant. And I don't know that I'm going to win it, but I'm putting it out in the universe that I am going to win it and that it's going to be great for my business and great for me to have more opportunities to serve my community, to serve Black women in getting more rest and fun rather than feeling like we got to be the workforces of America because we ain't got time for that. Listen, you know how we feel about that. We didn't have weeks of conversation for that. So that's two wins for me. The conversation with Taya, plus uh, feeling excited about the the potential to win that grant. Even if I don't win it, I'm holding hope for that, and I think that's a beautiful thing when you hold hope for things that you want. Because even if you don't even hope, then you can't expect for it to happen, right? Like we gotta hold hope for it. So holding hope for that. And then what's my third win for the week? I have to tell you. Okay, so last week, you guys know I was in Denver. I was there for a wedding. Let me tell you, the only time it snowed, I was there for 11 days. The only time it snowed was the days of the wedding. Like, are you serious? So I had to drive in the snow up into the mountains to get to the wedding. And let me tell you, you can't be cute in the snow. So I also had to buy some more sweatpants so that I could wear the sweatpants from the Airbnb to the wedding. Because I was in the wedding and I'm wearing a bridesmaid's dress, and that's all beautiful. And it was a lot of fun. It's the first time I've ever been a bridesmaid. And I actually enjoyed it. I say I'll never be a bridesmaid again, but I did enjoy it. So um, I'm very glad that I made it up to the mountains without any issues, which is another win because while I was on this trip, the people that I house sit for, the dog was named Maggie. She was super, super sweet, super chill. I had to take her with me to the wedding because I was gone for like 21 hours that day. She did so good. Her family let me use their car, which was so amazing, which is the other reason why I didn't get into any. I'm so happy I didn't get into any accidents while I was driving their car in the snow. They completely filled the refrigerator for me, literally took me to the grocery store and bought food for me for the week. So it was a blessing because doing weddings are not cheap, let me tell y'all. But I was very grateful um for everything that happened despite having to drive in the snow. And then also I made it to the Botanical Gardens, which was a lot of fun. I tried to go earlier in the week before the snowstorm and I missed it. And yeah, I was sad because the one thing I wanted to see at the Botanical Gardens was the lilies. Well, of course, after a snowstorm, you're not going to see any lilies, so I missed the lilies. But my favorite exhibit was the one that I was just telling you about, where they did this whole. I did take video, I just don't have it ready to share yet. But they did this whole thing where it's like a garden made out of yarn, and you can like step on and walk in different parts of it, which was really beautiful, and I enjoyed that part. So. Yes, I had an amazing trip to Denver and I'm very excited to be home. And I'm looking at a house sit for Houston so I could go dance all week for New Year's Eve. So that's the next thing I'm looking for. So yes, yes. Lavendula says, look, congrats on the grant. We speaking this into listen. I received that, girl. Thank you for that. Thank you for saying that. We are speaking that into existence. $50,000 would change a lot for me, y'all. I think we can all say that. $50,000 would change a lot. Listen, I could get an editor. I could put some money aside to do um subsidized coaching for people. Listen, I could do ads. I could do a lot of things with that. So yes, I'm speaking that into existence with you. I love it. Congrats on the first time bridesmaid. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of work. And I said to myself, I would never do this again. But I never thought about how beautiful it is to stand next to someone that you care about that much when they're doing such an amazing activity. Like being married is hard. Like having a business is hard, okay? Like having children are hard. And when you know you have your closest people standing right next to you, it's a different feeling than I ever experienced from just sitting in the audience. So I enjoyed it. So thank you for celebrating that with me. I appreciate that. Okay, you got to win. My talk from the conference was very well received. I love it. I love it because you talked about YouTube, right? And this was my first time getting my hotel paid for as a speaker. Okay, now that was really nice. And the hotel was pretty nice. I feel like you usually have a better choice in hotels. Like you've got a method to your madness at choosing some beautiful locations. And I'm just glad they paid for it for you. That is a win. That is a win in itself. Congratulations on that. I love it. I'm so excited for you. I want to be nosy. I'm like, I wish I was in the room for the conference. That would have been amazing. But congratulations. You deserve that. You deserve to get paid for listening, for all that you do and the way that you bring community together. Listen, I'm so excited for you. Thank you for sharing that, y'all. Again, share your wins in the chat as well. I want to celebrate them with you because you deserve to be celebrated. And I don't know who else celebrated you this week, but I'm gonna celebrate you if you want me to. If you want to share it with me, I am going to share it. I'm going to celebrate you for it. So thank you for sharing your win, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Okay, so you can continue to share your wins in the chat from throughout the rest of, while we're on the live today. So just because we're moving on to the next segment doesn't mean that you can't share your wins. Share your wins. Listen, even if you are joining me on the replay, you can share your wins in the comments as well. I will celebrate you there as well because I know not everybody has a chance to join live. Okay. All right. So there's that. So now we're moving into this next section where we are going to look at our list of rest and fun activities and we're going to talk about getting our sticker. So if this is the first time you joined us for this part, we recently added that if you have done anything restful, anything fun throughout the week, you don't even have to tell me what it is. You are going to say in the chat, hashtag sticker, STICKA. Let me put it here because this is all a part of positively reinforcing that you are prioritizing yourself. You deserve it. And it's not about what exactly you did, it's not about how long you did it, it's that you are starting to change your mindset to prioritize you. And so if you took, even if it was just 30 seconds to prioritize you this week, I want to give you a sticker. I want to celebrate you for that. So if you did that, go ahead and put hashtag stick in the chat, and I'm going to add you to the R&R check-in. That's what our check-in is for every week. So while you're getting that set up, I'm also going to start looking at what are some of the things fun and restful things that we did from the week that we could add to our list that we might want to continue doing. Okay. Let me get that set up. And then there's a couple comments in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me know my getting my setup all together. Oop, nope, that's the wrong screen. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. There, nope, that ain't it either. Oh my goodness. That's okay. Here, is it this one? It is this one. Okay, I need to move that. All right. So then let me open that up. Uh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, while I'm getting this all set up, we got some more wins. And we got a sticker. Come on, girl. Lavendula, I got you, girl. Let me put it on the list for you. Okay. Wins. I took a day nap during the workday this week, and my writing was accepted in a magazine. I really want to be part of. First, we got to get excited about the nap. A nap is a good thing. Listen, the woman that takes a nap is a blessed woman. I need to get on that life. That is amazing. I'm so glad that you took a second to take a to take a nap this week. I love it. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then your writing was accepted in a magazine this week. Congratulations. Look, all the wins, all the excitement going around. I love that. What are you writing about? Listen, maybe we need to do a collaboration. I feel like we need to talk about that. So let me know what you're writing about. That's so amazing. Congratulations, Lavendula. I'm so excited for you. Okay, good. All right. So then we also got Lavendula got a sticker. So I'm gonna make sure I add that in the R&R check-in. So before I do that, let's take a look at what are the different rest and fun activities. Now, like I said, I am going to create, I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. That's part of the reason why I haven't done it yet, but I don't know if you want to call it a toolkit or just, I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to my boo, Black Chat GPT, to help me figure out a name for it. But I want you guys to be able to have this list as like the um universal list of different things, different rest and fun things that Black women are out here doing that we might want to try as well. Okay. So we have permaculture class, earthing, longboard, going to a jazz lounge concert, dancing, artist retreat, playing tennis, swimming, swinging, hammocking, skating, the silent book club, blowing bubbles, yoga, run club, reading, out with friends, nature grounding at tea time, playing, aerial yoga, walking for a sunset with a friend, sewing and mending clothes, going to the botanical gardens, walking, hiking in trails, intuitive painting, coloring pages, a new winter veggie every couple of weeks to keep us on track of what things we're um, different vegetables that are coming through because we stay in organic because we don't need no chemicals in our bodies. Winter activities like going to the National Christmas Tree, doing ice skating, National Out Gallery, taking time to be by water, talking with the geese. I love that. I love somebody suggested that last week. Talking to the geese or wildflowers. And then she said, bring some crackers with you because the geese will really stay and listen if you take a second and do and share a little snack with them. So literally, this is about creating a list of different rest and fun things that, different Black women that other we've all tried and we're like, or that different people in our community have tried and like, huh, maybe I should try that too. So if you have any suggestions of different rest and fun activities that you have tried that you're like, I think I need to put y'all onto this. Go ahead and share those in the chat as well, because we're all looking for different things that we can make into hobbies that can help us regularly have rest and fun in our schedule. So one of the big things for me is like making time to dance, making time to um, go the hammock. Well, now that it's got cold, I'm not getting a hammock anymore. But to what are some of the other? Now I'm trying to think of my winter activities. Oh, to find a good place to read and cuddle up with my electric blanket. I was telling another Black woman I was sitting with yesterday. I said, listen, if you don't have an electric blanket, I need to put you on because my favorite one on Amazon, it is so snuggly, so warm. I travel with that thing, okay? It creates a vibe wherever I go, which is really nice as well. So I should add that too. Get yourself an electric blanket. Um, Let me see, you go right, okay. So whatever it is that's going to create this vibe of rest and fun for you, I want to know like what it is for you because it might help somebody else find more ways to get into rest and fun as well. So yes, if you have more different things that you've tried, let me know. I'm always adding to this list, and I'm going to make sure that we continue to add to this because I think that'll be a great way for us to keep being intentional about it. Because here's the thing, once you add it to the list, then the next thing that you want to do is you want to go on to something like an Eventbrite or a meetup.com and you look for different activities and different ways that you could do it. Like one of my favorite things to do is that silent book club because I could go introvert with other people, but I don't have to talk to you. I could meet a couple new friends. Then I could cuddle up with my blanket and some tea and my book. And I can enjoy the fact that I'm not physically alone, but I don't have to be really bothered with you right now, which is nice. I know. Is that weird? I love it. I don't know that I care that it's weird. If it's weird and you love it, then take it. If it's weird and you don't love it, then don't take it. That's okay. Whatever feels right for you. So yes, just a couple suggestions to add to your list. Lavendula said, "Oh, I needed those winter activities." Right? I love finding I just as I'm doing Freedom Fridays, I'm recognizing that my rest and fun activities are different during the summer than they are for the winter. Because during the summer, I like to be outside, even if it's just a blanket in the shade with a glass of lemonade and a nice view. I love it. It's a different vibe. But then in the winter, listen, I don't like being cold, so I'm not trying to be outside. But I do love being in a spot like this where it's nice sunlight and I get to feel the warmth of the sun on my back. That was a little bit of quoting from Jill Scott, but those kind of vibes. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what else comes up. Okay. Some big back fun I'm trying this month is to work from a different bakery slash cafe every Friday to get out of the house and maybe even reward myself with a treat while I'm there. Yes, I love it. Please, come on. I love it. I love it. I love it. Trying different cafes slash bakeries every week to shake things up and not feel monotonous. Girl, I'm all about getting, listen, I can't spell that word. Monot I know I spelled that so wrong. Um, but yes, I love that. That's part of the reason why I started coming to the work club. I started with going to different cafes and I did that for most of the week. And then I settled on the work club because I just really liked the vibe and it had a really good price and I don't have to worry about buying food every time. But I like being able that there's still multiple locations of work club so I can change things up as well. So I totally love that vibe and getting a treat. Yes, Hunty. Get you a treat. I love that. That is so good. I love it. Okay, if y'all have any other suggestions on activities, you know I'm for it. Okay, so go ahead and share it with me and I will make sure I add it to the list. Okay, so now let me get to the stickers. I want to make sure I get us our stickers for the week. You know, I got my 20 million windows open. I can't wait for us to shut a couple down. But right now, I'm gonna pull up the rest and relax the R&R check-in. Okay, so the way that this check-in works is, listen, this is not about judgment. This is about positive reinforcement. So if you see this and it freaks you out to say, it feels like I'm being tracked, then please don't do this. If you see this and you're like, oh, this reminds me of kindergarten when I loved getting a shiny sticker, that's the vibe that I'm trying to create for you right now. So if you like getting a sticker for prioritizing yourself, then I want to get you on here. That's all you have to do is put in the chat hashtag sticker, and you get a sticker. That's it. And so the other thing too is like you don't have to be here live to get your sticker. You could just say in the chat or say in the comments after the video is posted hashtag sticker, and I'm still gonna add you to this spreadsheet, and you're gonna get your sticker. Okay. So what emoticon do we want to use today? Last week we used the flower. What emoticon do we want to use today? Let me look and see. Lavendula, do you have any suggestions? Stephanie, do you have any suggestions? Look, Lavendula's used the heart today. Stephanie used the high five. What are we thinking? What sticker should we use for today? Let me see. Uh, that's a really good question. I'm all about choosing. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to I'm gonna use the double high five because it's actually a emoticon that I use very often. The only reason I'm not using the white hearts because I'm worried it's not gonna show up. I also recognize I ain't been putting the dates in here. I'm gonna get my life in order. Equals this plus 7. Okay, good. Now let's do that the whole way across so I don't have to manually do it. Come on. Okay, good. Today is the 15th. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So, I'm putting my sticker in here today. Lavendula, you are getting your sticker. Come on, girl. You know, I'm all about the sticker, all about the positive reinforcement. So, I got your sticker in here as well. So, we're almost to the 12 weeks. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do. But what I've seen done is that every 12 weeks they do like a drawing and you get entries based on how many stickers you've got throughout the time. I don't know if that feels good or not. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I want something that encourages us even more to add more rest and fun into our calendar. And maybe that's a gift card or something for something rest and fun. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. But I'm saying that to say because that 12th week is coming up. That's what this that pink box is for. So if you want your sticker, let me know. Okay, you like the high five too. Perfect. Good. So I added the high five. Let me know what you think it should be for next week, and I will make sure I add it for next week. Okay. So if you need your sticker, go ahead and tell me in the chat. Now, while you're still doing that, remember, we're moving right along because I know that sometimes it takes a little second to type. You can still tell me your wins. You can still tell me what other rest and fun things that you want to do for the week. And you can still tell me that you need a sticker. I will make sure I get all of these things done by the time we get off of this live stream today. But now we're moving into the section of the live stream where we are going to set up our schedule for next week, prioritizing rest and fun. So remember, we just took some time to look at a bunch of different activities that we can do for rest and fun. I want you to pick one or two of those activities or some other activity of your choice that you have on your own list. Okay. You don't have to pick the ones that are on this list. This is just the universal list. So if you're looking for something new, you have a list to refer to and something to pick from. Okay. But if you have your own list and you're like, I want to choose something from my list, choose it. It could be taking a nap. It could be taking a walk. It could be getting your nails done. Listen, that's all, whatever it is, up to you. But what is it that's going to prioritize you? And I also want you to pick, while you can pick something that is attached to money, I also don't want us to feel like rest and fun has to be attached to money. You deserve rest and fun, regardless of how much money you made this week. Like, it should not be connected or attached to that at all. Okay. So if you're going to do something that's like a luxury rest and fun, have that, but also have at least one activity that is not connected to how much it costs. Okay. Not That's not connected to a price tag to having rest and fun. Okay. and then we're going to put that in our schedule. So with that, um, if you, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Um, So let me go ahead and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share myself doing that right here on the screen. If you have any questions about, so here's my main way that I do this. I use my time and energy budget and I use time blocking. Time blocking is a very good way to make sure that you prioritize your time throughout the week. And that looks different than just trying to leave space open on your calendar. A lot of times people think that space open on your calendar means that you don't have, that you are making more time for rest and fun. I do not agree with that. Instead, what happens is you see that you have a quote unquote open space. And then 9 times out of 10, if someone asks you, hey, can you do work XYZ thing? Because you don't have that delegated to rest and fun, you actually say, oh, yes, I can do it. And you should be saying no. You should be saying no. So, what I love about time blocking is that you can time block in time for rest and fun. And um, when it's time to do that, you can choose whatever you want to do. But now you've actually blocked out time for you to have it. It means that you're prioritizing it. And that's super, super important and super huge. So that's why I am a huge, huge proponent of time blocking. And I'm actually going to do another video that just explains why I'm a little bit more about why I'm a proponent of it and how I suggest you do it, and especially how you do it in collaboration with your time and energy budget. So I like to explain that every week because when people see my calendar and they see all these things on there, they're like, girl, your calendar is way too full. And I'm saying, because you're looking at it for the wrong things. You're looking at it based on how many things are on my calendar rather than looking at how much rest and fun do I actually have on my calendar. And also some of these things are things that get moved because remember, I do my rescheduling every Friday. That's what I'm about to do. And with that, some of these things are going to get moved around and decreased and all of that kind of stuff. So, yes, that is what we're about to do. So, that being said, I am going to restart the timer. I'm going to put the music on. You're going to have 25 minutes to set up your calendar for rest and fun. And then we're going to come back together and we're going to wind down for the weekend. All right. All right. So, we'll do that. And then, oh, that's the one I'm supposed to be doing. And then here. All right. Let me put the music on and we'll get back together in 25 minutes. Hello. Oh, we're running through it today. I want to come to, okay. I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday. Use this one. 2 minutes afterwards. Lunch break. This doesn't take this long. Oh, Uh, let's go. Let's just get later because it's a week out. And How are you? Good. I mean, feel free. I know we like our spots. Rashidat. Yes. Kayla, nice to meet you. Okay. Let me see. So, can't remember how this started. Oh, this one. Hmm. Tuesday. Okay, so you guys should be finishing up your schedule. Um, there is something that I want to show you. Um, a little trick that I've been using lately, and something that I am feeling like I'm going to share with you guys early next year. So, because I don't have it, I have like this mock-up, not completed version that I'm working with right now, but I think that this is going to be specifically for my physical planner girls that are like, hey, I like the idea of using a digital planner, but I'm not ready to just go fully digital yet. I still really like being able to write, and I get that because there's something beautiful about being able to do a brain dump. I did mine in my I did my brain dump today, like the hour before we got on here from 11 to 12. I wrote things down. Now I did it in my little notebook because where I'm going tonight, I don't want to take my iPad with me, so I wanted to make sure I wrote it down so that I could take this, and it's a little small and it fits into my little bag pretty easily. But there's something beautiful about doing a brain dump, and there's something beautiful about doing it on a regular basis. And so I wanted to show you how I've been doing that in collaboration with my digital planner, which you just saw me working in Ellie. I love Ellie because you can do the one-time payment and have this digital planner forever. Like anytime it gets upgraded, you get it. You don't have to pay for it. You're not paying. I hate seeing monthly things come out of my checklist, out of my checking account. So I love things like Ellie because you could do a one and done. And you can see it really sets you up to do time blocking very well. So while you're doing your time blocking in your digital planner, so that I can remind you and you can see literally you're budgeting out how your time is. If you're overlapping stuff, you're double booking yourself, you're double budgeting yourself. Okay. That's why I love seeing it on in the digital way like that and in the time blocked way like that. But there is still something beautiful having something to write on. So I'm going to show you my screen on my iPad because this is where I usually do my my brain dumps is writing. Oops, wrong thing. Let me go to the right screen here. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, so you can see this is my iPad. And what I've been doing is I kind of jimmy rigged a page from the planner that I really love. But there's some things about this planner, there's some things about this that I don't love. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of switching. I'm going to make a version of this that's a little bit more to what I would use it for. So I took off the part, like usually there's a planning thing right here so that you can set up how you are going to schedule out your day. Instead of doing daily planning, I particularly prefer weekly planning. So that's why I don't use this. Instead, I covered it with more like regular dot paper so that I can continue to do my brain dumps and things like that directly here on this page. And then as I want to come back to them, I can do this on a regular basis, but I get to see it on an everyday thing. So I can put in what my focus for today is in addition to the date. And this whole space is called the space of infinite possibility. And then you can prioritize what are the most important things to do for this day. I find that even though I've done my time blocking, sometimes I still need to prioritize, okay, because things have rolled over from the day before or something like that. It's still good to write it down and remind myself what is the most important thing of the day. So for anybody that likes to write, I have found that this has been a good complement to what I do digitally because then I can write things out and I don't have to organize it so much. I get a chance for me to just like allow myself to clear my mind and brain dump it. And then once I've brain dumped, then I can go back and put it in my calendar. So I know that that's extra information compared to what we usually talk about right now, but I figured I would go ahead and share it. So if you have any thoughts about that, if that sounds like it would work for you, or if it sounds like it doesn't work for you, I would love to hear why, because um, I'm going to learn from you too. Like, what thoughts do you have about it? And maybe there's a way that I can make it better. I'm always looking for ways to, not because I want to constantly be making myself be better, but because you might be seeing something that I'm not seeing. And if you could save me the pain of making that mistake, come on and share what you got. Okay? All right. So now that I'm done with that, let's move on to winding down for the weekend. So, you know how we like to wind down. There's three things that we like to do for wind down. Let me go ahead and get on the right screen. Um, for winding down, first we are looking at how many windows are we closing from the week. So here's the thing. You want to look at the windows on your iPad, look at the windows on your phone, look at the windows on your computer. How many windows and tabs do you have open and how many can you close? Actually, I don't need to know how many you have open. I just want to know how many you closed. And it's not because I'm judging, because you're going to see. I got plenty. Do you saw how many windows and things I have open? And I understand that you're not going to close everything every week. And yet, the more that you close, the more space that's actually opening up in your brain. So, how many windows are you going to close today? Let me start with looking at my iPad. I actually just closed four windows while I was looking for that planner page. So those are the four that I'm going to close right now, and I'm going to have a couple that are going to stay open. And then on my computer, I'm definitely going to close this. and I'm gonna close that. So that's two. We can close that. This is three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I hope so. I hope so. I hope we're gonna close that one too. So 14, 15, 16, not closing that one yet. 17. Oop. Okay, so we closed in 17 windows so far. 18, 19, 20, 21. We're closing them, all of them windows. 21, 22, 23, 24. Yes, okay. I'm closing 24 out of like 35 windows. How many windows are you closing today? That's where I'm at. Closing 24 out of 35 windows. And I feel good about that. Again, this is not trying to make you close everything. I know some things you're like, listen, I'm not ready to fully wind down, but I'm ready to start winding down for the weekend. I get it. Or you're like, I'm still not used to closing things. Marissa said that there is an app that will close your windows for you when you're not using them so that you get into the habit of actually closing windows. I keep saying I'm gonna look for the app and then I get off the call and I forget to look. So let me write a note for myself. Look for app that automatically closes windows on your computer when no longer using them. Okay, I'm gonna look for that app. Is anybody else looking for that app? Do I look like the little emoji that has the hand up? Except she's got hair instead of a hat. Yes. Okay. So I'm closing those windows. Okay. So now that we know how many windows that we're closing, feel free to share in the chat. And no pressure. If you don't want to share, you don't have to share. Then winding down for the weekend, one fun activity that you're going to do today to kick off your rest and fun for the weekend. What's that activity? And then also, what fun meal are you going to do to help kick off your weekend? What's the fun thing that you're gonna like? I know I don't usually do this, and because it's a weekend, I'm giving myself a treat. I'm doing something special. Um, What's my rest and fun activity? Oh, we're going to some speakeasies tonight. I don't know if we're going to multiple. I feel like we might do one or two. We might do two, but I feel like if we just go to one speakeasy this weekend, that'll be a lot of fun. So I had a friend send me a reel from Instagram that said, five cool speakeasies here in Charlotte. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's a cute idea. And that's a good like date night activity. So I shared it with my friend, which is better than his suggestion. Don't tell him I said that though. And we're going to try one of those for this tonight. So, what are you going to do tonight? What's going to be your rest or fun activity? Remember, the rest is like I'm getting a chance to settle into my being and be present with myself. When I think about fun, I think about something that's like gonna give you deep belly laughs and create memories and um, kind of get you like, yeah, fun, which is a little bit different than resting. So that's why I say them separately like that, because even though a restful activity has some level of fun to it, I don't know that we necessarily call it fun. Like it's slightly different than that. So yeah, what you got planned today? I hope that that activity is also a little restful as well, but I do hope we have some things to talk about. So I hope that the conversation is fun, or else it might be an ended. Some things might be ended sooner rather than later, and that's okay. So yes, there's that. Yay, that sounds fun. I hope you have a good time. Thank you. I hope it's a good time tonight too. So that's my rest and fun activity, my rest and fun food. Right now, my stomach really wants some fried mushrooms, okay? So there's an amazing vegan restaurant here that does, it's kind of like you could do cauliflower wings, but I like mushroom wings. So they season them real good. Real good. Let me tell you. So I think I'm gonna go over there. I might even go over there and finish my work this afternoon because I've been at the work club all day. Yeah, I might go over there and finish my work, and then from there go meet up for to go out to the speakeasy tonight. So I think that's what it's gonna be, my fun meal to kick off the weekend. Because I'm my stomach is growling right now. I'm ready. Lavendula, you said, I had a really long week, so I'm just planning to read a book. I'm excited to try and take a nap. Yes, girl, that sounds amazing right now. I need to make time for that this weekend. I don't know if you noticed, but purple is like my rest and fun color when I'm creating my schedule and my time blocking. And I was making sure that I scheduled a lot of rest and fun for this week because with the traveling, I love it. And it could take something out of you, especially with the different time zones. And I've been doing this amazing 7 day reset collaboration with Giovanna, and this is a part of it. So if you didn't know, I know that we do this every week, but this is also a part of that 7 day reset. You really want to go back and check some of the different topics that we've talked about this week because we kicked it off with like some of the things that are really stressing us. And then I think we had 11 tips, or maybe it was 9 tips, 9 tips on how to de-stress, um, specifically in this season, coming off the election, going into a new year, the holiday season, all of these things happening at once. So you want to check that. That was last Sunday. And then Monday, Giovanna had a collaboration with a sleep coach so that you can get better sleep. And then on Tuesday, she talked to a dating coach, a relationship coach, and I think the beautiful thing about relationship coaches, there's relationship to self, there's relationship to our partners, to our children, to our parents. It's a multi-dimensional type thing. So if you're not dating, there's still some good things to pull from there as well. And then on Wednesday, I talked about budgeting and self-care because when we feel like we have better control of our money and we can see how it's going to progress and take us to where we want to go and how it funds what we want to do, funds our life rather than feeling like it's the most important life. It's not the most important thing in life. Then we actually create some freedom around not just money, but how we live our lives. So I talked about budgeting and self care on Wednesday. And then yesterday, I talked about vision and self care and how when switch, make the switch from prioritizing money to prioritizing us and the life that we want to live. Again, it's really grounding and it's super self care for us because it's promoting for us to really prioritize what it looks like to take care of ourselves well. And a lot of us have never had anybody ask us that question. I was working with someone last week and she said, I'm having a hard right time right now. I don't really know what I need. Can we just push this back? And I was like, yes. Can we take a second and ask yourself, like, what is it do you actually need right now? She said, oh, nobody has ever asked me that before. And I said, well, I'm asking you because you deserve to ask yourself that rather than just going and going and going. So, as you can see, I get passionate about this topic. All of these different things that create self-care, and these are the things that help you create your soft life. Like, if you're feeling like life is overwhelming, that you're burnt out, that you don't have enough time to prioritize you, that you're always doing, it's probably because you haven't had a chance to either start these practices or to reset these practices. So I hope that this week is helping you reset them, even down to today, where you're scheduling rest and fun in your calendar every single week. Okay. So that wasn't a tangent, but I thought I was about to jump into that. But thank you for that segue, Lavendula. I hope that your plan to read and to take a nap, excited to take a nap, feels really, really good today. Listen, when you wake up from that nap, snap a picture and do hashtag rest and fun. I've been trying to do that more often too. Because I just forget to take the picture. But listen, I'm all about making time for that rest and fun over here. So I hope that you guys are winding down. I hope that you're getting ready for the weekend. I hope that because we did the planning today, that when you shut your computer, that when you switch into rest mode today, that you don't have anything moving in the background of your mind feeling nagging about work or any responsibilities. That's why I like to do this on Friday. I don't want you to have any nagging responsibilities in your mind that's keeping you from fully resting and having fun this weekend. So I hope that this was helpful in helping you do that. So that being said, if you are thinking about, I'm still trying to push this a little bit further, like I'm having a hard time doing time blocking. If you are having a hard time figuring out how to do your time and energy budget, if you don't have the time and energy budget, I would love to do a virtual coffee date with you where we talk about like what are the things that you're struggling with. And I know I have a lot of resources and I don't want to overwhelm you. So let's have a conversation so I can give you, you can say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. And I could say, oh, hey, here's the best resource to get you started. And then from that, you can take it and run with it because I know that once we have the tools, we're able to go with it. It's sometimes getting the tools and figuring out which is the best tool to start with so that I can like get things running and moving on to the next level. So to do to do that virtual coffee date with me completely free. It's a 20-minute call. You just want to go to apply.yourdreamstrategist.com, schedule a time. I got a couple set up for next week. I'm looking forward to. So make sure you schedule a time to get on there too. It's going to be a good time. Marissa, you made it. Hey, Marissa, how are you today? So yes, that is how we're moving through the 7 day self-care reset. And as you can see, there's a lot of really great practices that sometimes we don't connect to self-care that will really help ground us. And they're life practices that we just don't hear enough people talking about. We don't hear enough people talking about how to develop relationship to self and boundaries. Like I feel like we're hearing more people talk about boundaries. Um, I don't know how much you're hearing people talk about vision as self-care or budgeting as self-care or even we know that sleep is self-care, but we still be trying to put it off. I don't know why. I don't know why. But she gave us some resources on how to fix that. So I hope that all of the resources that we share this week are very helpful. That being said, any last thoughts? Any rest and fun activities that I need to add to the list? Anybody that needs a sticker, let me know that. Anybody that's celebrating wins, let me know that. I think we went through all the things today. You see, I'm checking off the mental list. If there's anything else, please let me know. Hey, girl. Hey, doing great. I'm glad you're doing good. So glad I can catch you even for a little bit. Yes, you know I love when you get on. I love when all of you come and hang out. Come on. Oh, yes. And Marissa says, sticker, please. I got you, girl. I got you. You know what? I'm doing, when people ask you the question, how are you? It's very easy to just say, I'm fine. And I've been trying to make it a practice to actually stop and scan and ask myself literally how I'm doing. Um, Today, I needed a little bit of caffeine this morning to get myself like up and running. I'm not a big caffeine person at all. Actually, if I drink more than like this much caffeine, I will be up for 3 days and I will be miserable. So I don't drink a lot of caffeine. But once I got a little bit of caffeine, I felt good. I think um, how I noticed I am feeling right now is I am in a season where the time and energy budget that I had before needs to update. And I actually think I'm glad you asked me this because I think it's a really good practice, a really good myth buster. We tend to think our budget, we tend to think our routines are set it and forget it, and they're not. They are generally good for a season, and then when life changes and you're in a new season, those routines need to adapt as well. Otherwise, you're going to beat yourself up for feeling like you're not doing the things that are most important to you, but that's not the truth. It's just that your routines needed to adapt. And I'm exactly in that space right now. Um, we're winding down for the product-based business that I'm a partner for, but I'm winding up for my service-based business, for my coaching business. Um, I have a new person in my life. I am traveling a little bit more than I have in the last couple. Well, I feel like I'm always traveling, but it feels like it's a little bit more than usual. And so some of the rest, some of the time and energy budget things that I had set up from before are not going to work the same way in the new season. So I started writing down again. This is why I love to have something to write down with. And I'm like, when you guys talk about being the planner girlies that still need to write stuff down, I get it. It's my love language. I love it. And that's why I like to combine the two. So yes, I need to update my time and energy budget. So all of that to say, the short answer, which is not short because I've already far extended past that. The short answer is that I'm feeling a little heavy in the amount of things that I have to do right now. And that's a signal to me that I need to adjust my time and energy budget. And I need to prioritize making time to do that so that I can get back to feeling rested. And I say that in hopes that it helps everybody feel grace when things shift and things need to adjust, and that you have the tools and the resources you need to be able to do that. And it's normal. Being able to shift things like this is normal for me. So that's how I'm feeling today. Thank you for asking. You know, I always love when you ask that question. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that you see me, and I would love to hear how you are as well. I would love to hear that. Um, Thanks for trusting us to be honest and open about how you're doing. Thank you for listening. I really kind of wish that we lived closer so I could go do earthing and go to artist retreats with you. I would so love that. I just feel that so deeply. I'm going in spirit. Um, yes. Hey, Marissa. Lavendula said, I second that. I second that. I love an honest answer to the how are you question. Your answer helped me. So thank you. I'm not good with being flexible. Yes. Sometimes we think that gosh, I really appreciate how you equated flexibility with what I just said because um, that idea is to set it and forget it. We forget that that is rigid. It is rigid, and it's not giving us the ability to ebb and flow with life. I really think that the idea of work-life balance is not learning how to get here. It's not this. Instead, it's more like being able to get on a surfboard, and life is the water that's moving under the surfboard, and our routines and our habits and our time and energy budget are the surfboard that we are standing on, but the surfboard doesn't just stay, it's got to move, and we've got to learn to move with it. And when we learn how to do that well, when we learn how to flow with the surfboard, regardless of what the water is doing below the surfboard, that's when I feel like we've found the flow that we need to enjoy the surf, you know? And I think enjoying the surf is a thing because it's very easy to be like, I hate this dang surf, but the surf ain't gonna stop. So let's learn how to enjoy the surf, right? So yes, I'm very glad that that was helpful, and thank you so much for saying that. Um, Flexibility is hard as hell. It's hard physically, it's hard emotionally, it's hard mentally, it's hard in life. It's hard in life. And yet, the more that we learn how to be flexible, I think of it as like getting on a roller coaster and saying versus white knuckling the roller coaster. So when we get that right, it feels a lot different. So thank you for saying that. Yes, all the haze. Okay, metaphor. I like that. Okay, good. I'm glad you like that metaphor. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. You'll probably hear me say it again because I think about it. Listen, on those days when I feel like being like I can't do nothing else. I got to remind myself I'm on a surfboard. I'm not standing on stable ground. I'm on a surfboard with water moving under it, and I can still handle that. I can still handle that. Yes, I love this metaphor. I need to adjust to the winter season too because I'm good, but I'm so tired. Yes. See, we're here. You understand what I'm saying. That's exactly. I am good. I feel good, and yet I'm tired right now. And I'm trying to get to the place where I'm good and I'm not tired. And it's a good thing. Just so many good things happening. But I want to get to a place where I'm good and not tired because if you stay in the place of good and tired for too long, you start moving on towards like burnout. And I don't want that for any of us. So, hey, Sammy, I'm so glad that you got a chance to join today. Good morning, good afternoon to you. I always love when you reply in the comments, but I'm also so happy that you could join live today. So happy that you're here. So we were just talking about, how we are today. So please, if you want to share, take a second to share. I'm always up for that. And then I think we're just about done. We went through everything today. Make sure you get your worksheet if you want some more one-on-one about how to take next steps and get it better at being on that surfboard. Then I would love for you to schedule your virtual coffee date. Um, and yeah, I really do think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us in our sign off mode. If you have any other final thoughts, go ahead and let me know. And I will see you guys next week. I love having you here. Okay. Yes. Come on. I love the community that we build, y'all. I'm always so excited to have you here. Yes, I'm all about that introverted fun together. Please. Like that's why the people who sit next to me at the co-working space are like my best friends. Because you working and I'm working and we all happy. Yes. Have a wonderful day, Marissa. Have a wonderful day, Samri. Have a wonderful day, Lavendula. Have a wonderful day, Stephanie, if you're still here. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I will see all of you ladies next week, and I'm gonna go back and add the stickers in right now. Okay? All right. Bye.